Picture this, it's 2024 and you suck at Apex Legends. You're looking at yourself in the mirror wondering, how did it get this bad? Well, let me tell you that you're not the only one. In fact, I actually suck too. Anyone really sucks at Apex. People are just trying to achieve different levels of suck because it's such a hard game, okay? So don't worry about being bad. Worry about what you can do to improve your situation. And that's what this video is all about. This video is here to give you, as a caster, as someone who is a part of every big esport, as someone who watches this game and makes videos on it for the past 5 years, the answers, the keys, so that you could suck a little bit less on your journey to becoming average. That's right. While that may not be the best sales pitch ever, trust me, you'll get better at Apex Legends if you watch this video, because we're going to go through the 5 legends that are the best right now in 2024. So pay attention and let's get started. Coming in at number 5 is Wattson. Now, the reason I mentioned Wattson at 5, and especially after our LAN that took place in Los Angeles, where you could see a variety of different teams from across the globe, is because she's such a consistent legend. She is the longevity career in sports to Apex Legends. She has always been valuable from the very beginning in Poland, where she was a central figure alongside Wraith and Pathfinder, believe it or not, in determining Hal and Reps and Albreleli's first championship in Apex Legends, but also doing it in the live setting. She's been one of the most consistent legends that will really give you a leg up on the competition. The reason Wattson is so good is because she gives you things that in a battle royale are valuable. She helps you to control space, and she does it better than almost any other legend. When she puts her pylon and her generator up alongside her fences, she is truly a difficult character to usurp. And that means that whether she's on top of a mountain or whether she's inside a building, she's got flexibility and she can always provide stability for you and your team. Now, most players don't feel that Wattson is as interesting enough of a character, which is why maybe she isn't picked as much as you would see other legends who veer towards the more aggressive style. But trust me, Wattson is really excellent. And you'll find that once you start playing Wattson, I believe you will win more and more games. In fact, I took this theory upon myself and did a video called What's Up with Wattson as to why I felt that every time I played her, what made this character kind of tilt my win rate up more so than some of the other legends I was playing. And it came down to a few different things, but I'm summarizing them here for you right now. She's got a small hitbox. She provides a super valuable thing for your team, and she really provides the thing that you need in battle royales, which is to hold space, to create defensive lines, and to give your team a chance to react to problems versus getting caught out by them and having no solution but to just die under fire. Wattson is great at all of those things, and she's also really fun. So if you're going to pick a legend that you want to start playing with, I can guarantee that from the beginning of time to probably the end of time, Wattson is going to help you suck much less in Apex Legends if you grab her. And she's definitely always brought out in international competition. So at the highest level of play, you'll always get a glimpse at what Wattson is bringing to the table. Number 4. Bangalore. Without a doubt, Bangalore has become a staple of high-level play and just in general in Apex Legends. Again, an early concept character that was there when the game released. I remember doing my first top 5 video on some tips in Apex Legends and using Bangalore footage. Now, if you think I suck now, that really sucked, but it was a great example of how this character provided value even then, the same way that she does now. Over the recent year, she has become one of the, if not the most picked legend in all of Apex competitive, due to her smokes giving you a vast amount of utility on the battlefield at any given time. Especially when you consider that Apex doesn't just play on Kings Canyon or World's Edge, it plays on Broken Moon and especially Storm Point, which offer a totally different landscape of where you're safe, meaning you might be in the middle of an end game, but you might be in the middle of the water. How else is a character going to support you? You can't really throw up a shield and have it last unless you're playing Newcastle. You can't really throw up a Wattson gen unless you want it to just get shot out from afar. There's not a lot of cover, but Bangalore and her smokes can make it so a team realizes it's not worth spraying bullets in your direction and truly cannot see you. Whether you use them offensively onto a team and then to push them, or whether you use them defensively to buy you and your squad time. Bangalore has only become more valuable in this meta as we've played across multiple different competitive maps, and I don't see that changing. The main reason I think it's not going to happen is because even after her nerfs in the latest season 20 and 21 in Apex Legends, she's still a high level pick and was still one of the most picked legends in all of Los Angeles at our Split 1 playoffs just a month ago. And scrims are showcasing that she's still being picked as well. So if you want a character that is good solo, that can get aggressive, but can also play defensively, can give you a lot of wiggle room to avoid fights, to run away from fights, but also to engage in fights and provide some really valuable assistance to your teammates, then look no further, Bangalore is for you. And especially if you suck, this will help the suck much less. I mean, let's be honest, if you suck, just throw a smoke somewhere. You'll do something, you know what I mean? Throw your ultimate down, something will happen, you know? Even if you're terrible, something good will happen. I hope. Number 3, Bloodhound. The number 3 best legend right now is Bloodhound. And while many people may find that a conservative selection, which I'll admit is, this character has had one of the best seasons in Apex Legends history, going to the very top of the pick list and becoming a staple for all high-level competitive teams. The scan meta was introduced in this prior season, and the reason that it was so successful was because of what it was scanning against. With the introduction of Caustic back into the meta and the staple pick of Bangalore, which we mentioned earlier in this list, it was just gas and smoke everywhere. Now, normally that is the sign for you to exit whatever building you're in or whatever group you're in and not return at all. But in Apex Legends, it was a sign of a meta that meant that you needed somebody or someone to find a way to see enemies and get information when basically there was no information to gather except caustic gas all up in your face. The truth is, Bloodhound also provides one of the best selection choices for a controller player or a fragger, somebody who is going to be in the front of the lines, getting kills and 1v1ing to help turn the tide for your fight. If you're the type of person that likes to get involved, you like to fight, you like to be first in line, and you like to have information like, I don't know, scans through walls, then Bloodhound is definitely the character for you. But not only that, the ultimate providing even more movement speed so that you can scan and be aggressive or get out of dodge makes Bloodhound just the overall package. Combine that with the fact that the scans you're getting provide valuable information, not just for you, but for your teammates. Well, it's the total package. You could be aggressive, you could help your team, and it all happens with a simple press of a button. You don't have to execute some crazy combo, up, down, left, right, triple reverse spin, close your eyes, pray to God, and then click a button. You just press B or RB or whatever it is on your controller and your keyboard, and it's done. So simple, so effective, and Bloodhound has definitely dominated the meta recently. While recently Bloodhound has had their pick rate decrease in pro play, it is still a very prevalent pick and will be a valuable asset in Split 2 and this current part of 2024 until there are some major changes. Unlike Wattson and unlike Bangalore, which are definitely characters that can get involved but lean towards more of a defensive route in Wattson and more of a playing both sides, defensive and sometimes offensive in Bangalore, Bloodhound is truly an offensive legend, and while in the recon class, can still create some of the hypest and most aggressive plays that you'll find in Apex. If this sounds like the character for you, and you find yourself picking legends that are more conservative and not winning games, well, time to shift on to Bloodhound and start tracking somebody's scent. I mean, with all the gas everywhere, Bangalore, Caustic, it shouldn't be hard. The number 2 best legend in Apex Legends 2024 is Alter. Now, this one's a bit of a fan pick. I would be lying if I put this in here all by myself, but I think people want me to talk about Alter, and I want to talk about what is the most interesting legend to be released in the game in many, many years. That's right, I mean years, because Alter brings with her a kit that has changed the landscape of how you move and how you interact with enemies in this game. Alter's Q, her tactical, is one of the most interesting pieces of tech that we've seen introduced to Apex Legends in recent memory. The ability to not only phase and become slightly invulnerable while shifting through walls, ceilings, and even floors, bringing teammates with you or bringing enemies down towards you is one of the most unique potentialities of gameplay and playmaking that we have seen Apex Legends take on, and they've done it pretty seamlessly. We're not even mentioning the ultimate right now that allows you as a downed player to travel up to 200 meters back to the safety of your team, reset, and go at the fight again. We're just mentioning that movement and attacks and surprises and playmaking have now gone from 3-dimension to 4-dimension. It's like Matthew McConaughey finally finding out that 4-dimensional space in Interstellar. It's a whole new world of opportunities and a whole new way of seeing a game that kind of was flat, I guess, in terms of movement for a very long while. The reason Alter is number 2 on this list is very simple: potential. Some legends already have their baked in potential and their baked in ceiling. Bloodhound is great, but let's be honest. You hit a scan, you run faster, you hit more scans, and you shoot things. That's about as high as that ceiling goes. And while it can be great and very simple, it doesn't mean that it's ever going to surprise us. Alter, however, the sky is the limit. This is a ceiling that you can't even see. It reaches past the top of Valhalla, past Olympus, past the stars and the cosmos, and keeps on going until it comes back around and hits you in the butt. That is how amazing this character could be, but it will take time. It'll take bright minds like Sweets, maybe Hal, maybe Zero, maybe Hockeys, leaders, IGLs, Designful even, who's been pioneering Wraith, who has a similar portal mechanic and also a similar invulnerability mechanic, to look at this character and decide, I'm going to make plays that no one is even thinking of to put my team ahead of the competition. While that is a hard task and something that not everyone wants to carry on their shoulders, it doesn't mean that in terms of raw potential and possibilities, Alter isn't one of the best legends in the game. Now, yes, we may not see her picked up, and we may see teams shy away because it's not guaranteed. And sometimes when you're playing professionally trying to put food on the table, a bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. Meaning, yes, all this potential, but what can I really do with it? I know what to do with a more simple lineup. While that may be the case now, I still have high hopes for Alter in the future. And I think if you're a player who likes to invest, to learn, and to do things that others don't necessarily want to do now for the payoff late game or towards the end, then Alter is the perfect legend for you. Especially if you have time and you're getting back into this game in 2024, I would look no further than Alter as a legend to spend your time on, figure out, totally jump into, and I think you'll find a lot of value at the end of it. While I know this is a controversial pick and some people are still wary about what Alter can do, especially in the pro scene, I think for you watching at home are going to really enjoy this character, and I put her very high in my list of the best legends in 2024. All right, last but not least, the number 1 most important and I think best legend in Apex Legends right now in 2024 is Catalyst. Yes, maybe another spicy pick for a lot of people, but to me, I don't think so. Ever since Catalyst was introduced in Apex, she brought something that was unique. It was special. It was a way to shut down the battlefield and to make her own playing field, make her own decision on how she wanted to approach a final fight. And ever since I saw the original iteration of Aurora in high-level play use this character to win endgames, I was inspired. Catalyst is a character who creates barriers. She blocks down doors, she locks down space with her piercing spikes, and her Dark Veil is one of the most unique and potentially game-changing abilities in all of Apex Legends. And if you learn to master those 3 things, I don't think there's a fight that you can't win. For people who like to be defensive, well, those piercing spikes can go at the front of those staircases or behind those doors so that people know they're going to take damage when they come in and are forced to find another route, buying you time to heal or at least get your game plan together. If you want someone to stop hitting you with grenades or stop trying to break down a door, go ahead and rebuild it with your ferrofluid and lock it up so that people know this is going to take too much time, so I'm just going to look elsewhere to try to siege somebody else or an easier target. When it comes to Dark Veil, it's your choice. You have 3 teams in front of you, you want them to fight each other instead of pushing you, well, throw a Dark Veil and cut yourself out of the process. Or you want an isolated 1v1, slide that through and slice off the team to your left so you can focus on the team to your right. When it comes to competitive play in most of these maps, this is a crucial feature because it actually gives you control and playmaking ability where sometimes zones just do not allow you to do that. I don't need to prove to you how valuable Catalyst can be. TSM's incredible run last year, winning Split 1 playoffs, second in Split 2 playoffs only to Dark Zero, and winning championships all in Europe, in England last year, really was a showcase of how Evan Verhulst was phenomenal on this character, and why the meta was dominated for so long by Catalyst. With Season 20 and the changes, she got a big nerf, meaning that a lot of her perks allowed her to kind of take hits on her ultimate, her piercing spikes, and things that made her very central. But with the recent buffs that she's gotten and some of the nerfs that happened across the rest of the meta, Catalyst is back and she is being played almost consistently across most of the teams in the ALGS. Split 2 will certainly feature a ton of Catalyst, and if you are, like me, interested in playing high-level characters and being able to then turn around and watch how the best in the world find a way to use that character online, well, then Catalyst is the perfect pick, and that is a big deal. Sometimes being able to watch a pro or watch someone that you admire that's better than you at the game on a character will allow you yourself to look at the things you're doing wrong and doing right and do more of those things that you're doing right. I would say, hey, Gibraltar's pretty good, but how difficult is it when no one's really playing Gibraltar at a high level right now? Catalyst has the benefit of being a high-picked ALGS legend and also just generally being a game-changing legend from the moment she was released to right now. So, you guys enjoy this list? Hopefully you did. And guess what? It's not the last one. I have a top 5 coming out on the best beginner legends as well. So even though you're new to the game, if you want to aim high, these are the picks for you. But if you want something that's just going to easily move you into it as a newer player who hasn't played Apex ever or in a while, stay tuned for that one. Leave a comment on what you think about this list and whether you feel I got it right and where I got it wrong. And remember to subscribe to stay tuned to more content here, Apex related and gaming related on Rain Day Gaming. Remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you all next time.